What's up, everybody? Hope all of y'all are doing undeniably fan-frickin-tastic out there. It's Monday, and you know what that means. Vlog day once again. And folks, this past week, not just for me, but like for a lot of the nation, it's been very, very rough. Yeah, very rough indeed. For me personally, though, it totally has felt like I have been crawling through frying pans just to finally flip out and into some more fire waiting on me. But yeah, outside of SSP though, I know there was that woman that got stabbed in Charlotte. That's been pretty heavy, as well as what happened. What was it? The day afterwards? Was it like the same week, the day afterwards, when the whole Charlie Kirk situation went down? Folks, look, my mind has been burdened a lot this week about some political matters I know I need to address one day. And right now I know it's probably very unhealthy that I keep these opinions to myself for now, because I have never tried to talk politics right here in SSP before, and in all honesty, I'm kind of afraid of what might happen if I do. All right. Everything I need to talk about politically, mixed with everything going on in my life personally, part of me is kind of afraid of the exile in a way. I mean, I think I'm a misfit now. If I start talking about my political views, then there's a very good chance I might get shunned. But look, anyway, folks, I could talk more about that situation, but like I said, right now I'm just kind of afraid, more or less. At the minimum, though, I will say I'm offering my condolences and my prayers to the Kirk family, his wife and their kids, during this difficult time. But look, onto SSP business, though. Yeah, this past week has been totally hard on me as a creator. That movie I was talking about last week, Helpful Man, The Cochrane Chronicles. I just realized how short of a window I got to work with here. And to give you folks a little bit of behind the scenes, like stuff everybody should be doing, some of the cast members have been dealing with some health issues, and I've been having to work around that. I had one person that was scheduled to meet up with me, but they practically couldn't make it at all. And they basically been ghosting me, and despite wanting to be involved in the film themselves, they straight up ghosted me without any kind of warning. And then they're just very unreliable as far as like trying to get in contact with. I mean, it was this individual's idea to be involved in the script to begin with, and heck, I even made the role just for him. And now, if I can't find a replacement for the role that he wanted to begin with, I might have to just go back and rewrite the whole script entirely. Well, maybe not entirely. I have to find a way to write and film around him, which that's going to be the difficult part, like right here on the spot. So far, out of the whole film, I've only done like maybe 2 scenes out of 20, give or take. And I still got like 18 more scenes left to film, and now with 3 of my people down, because with one of them being out, that eliminated 2 other people from being out, and last second I had to pivot and find somebody else to fill those roles last second, and it wasn't easy, but I think I got it done. We was supposed to film this past Friday, but unfortunately we had to reschedule it to Sunday so we could have access to the building in time. Alright? And even then, we only have like a 2-hour window to film with. Heck, less than 2 hours to film with. Because I showed up about 2:20 and we had to be out of there by 4 o'clock, and we were. But we did get one thing done. Alright. As far as the Olivia character goes, we did find out that, as far as the Olivia character goes, I will say that, shoot, what was it? Man, I don't lost my train of thought. Okay, as far as my Olivia character goes in this story, the way it's looking, she does have a new base, and trust me, folks, this place looks wicked. No pun intended. But this place looks amazing, and it's way better and more spacious than that train station we was using up to this point. Oh yeah, and that was one other thing too. I had no idea that Olivia Cochran was a basketball player. Yeah, apparently there was a female basketball player out there named Olivia Cochran. I promise I did not name her after that, okay? But anywho, so work this week has also been a big distraction as well, and trying to get this movie situation fixed, trying to handle SSP business. It's kind of been a lot to juggle, you know. I was supposed to upload an episode of Deadly Anarchy Tuesday, which I did, but I forgot to press publish, and I didn't realize I forgot to click publish until I rolled into work Wednesday, and then I clicked publish then. I also had to go ahead and upload another video that day as well for, dang, what else did I do? Man, I can't even remember all the videos I posted this week. That's how bad my brain's messed up right now. Yeah, it's been severely bad for me this week, okay? There's no other way for me to describe it. And look, in all honesty, I think like last year, I may have to take October off just so I can get Halloween ready. Just so I can get Halloween ready. And I know I was talking about this last week too. I am sacrificing the roast movie for the sake of this Helpful Man Halloween movie project. Because in SSP history, I have never made anything this big. Y'all gotta trust me on this. And I know that when I go to make the credits, I know when I make these credits, I can't just include the cast of the movie. I have to include the cast of the whole story. Literally everybody else involved entirely to get me to this point. And the whole Cochran situation, if there's anything I can pat my back on, it's that. If there's anything I can be proud of as far as like what SSP has produced, it's my ability to tell stories. It's my ability to stretch my imagination as far as I can get it, and then use my limited resources to make that imagination visual for you viewers out there. The fact that I have been able to tell the story as long as I've had, it's pretty gosh darn cool. And the fact that I've been able to stitch so many movies together to make this quilt of creativity. Again, I gotta pat my back on that one. Alright, so let's see here. What have I combined heading into this film? Alright, I took an ongoing story from the 80s that never really had unfinished business, that was quite frankly uncanon to the rest of the Michael Myers story. I found a way to combine Michael's story with Halloween 3. I found a way to combine it with the Phantasm Dimensional Forks. I found a way to bring in talks of the multiverse with this. Multiverse or multiverse. I found a way to intertwine it with my SSP goings on. I found a way to tie it in with Helpful Man. I found a way to tie it in with Mount B from The Boys. I found a way to mix it in with my own wrestling persona, actually use this story to actually book matches, one with Michael Myers, one with Katie Powers for the fight match. Honestly, it's just, I have to give myself credit for this. I had a character in mind, and now somebody is portraying that character in a manifested person. Alright, and that's one thing I gotta be proud about. Alright. SSP has come a long way since my Windows XP Movie Maker days. I don't think a pickup truck should be louder than a motorcycle. Oh. Oh well. But look, anywho folks, I don't have any I don't have any uploads for this week. This is supposed to be my week off. But look, I know this weekend though, after the APW show, I'm supposed to go back home with Queen Enterprises. Queen, if you're out there watching, love you, bae. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, and we're supposed to be going to Columbia this Saturday. And when I get to Columbia, I'm going to get to meet Bam Margera, and I'm going to get to meet David Howard Thornton. Alright? So, no telling what's going to come out of those interactions, but I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm going to say is when it comes to Bam Margera, I'm having faith the size of a mustard seed walking into this thing. Alright? But look, I'll admit, I am kind of nervous, I am kind of anxious. So y'all keep praying for me, okay? I appreciate all the love, I appreciate all the support. Thank you, okay? Thanks a bunch. But yeah, I'm going to go on and wrap this up because I think my camera might be about to turn itself off unexpectedly. Because I know yesterday as we was filming, please don't miss the recording. Thank goodness. Alright. I know yesterday as we was trying to record, it kept stopping itself for some weird reason. Like even though we wasn't pressing the button, it still kept stopping itself. I have no idea why, but yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it, and yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, make sure all of you remember to be outrageously optimistic year-round. Booyah! I'm out. Love you all. Here comes my hug of appreciation. Bye.